That's going. That's what it's gonna be.
I like that. You're lying.
It's great. So
the lighting is better.
Yeah. You're not as gray.
Hey everyone.
Hey guys. So we are discussing Shadow Kiss and Blood Promise.
I don't have mine.
Yeah. Well, Gabby flew out here.
Yeah,
so.
they're in Texas.
So we'll talk about. So if you haven't read these, leave now.
Yeah, and if you haven't read, obviously the first and the second up to
Yeah.
But we will not be spoilering the next two. So, spoilers. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm here with Gabby, and she's actually here in Texas. And then Trisha.
Here from Texas.
We're not in Texas.
You're from Texas.
Teleportation.
Yes. Magic. And we have our special guest Trisha tonight. So we're gonna be talking about this. And this is Trisha's first time reading the series. Right? You've never read
I
these
read
ones.
this one like when it released, but then I got really tired of waiting for them to release.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just wait until they're all released. So I read this one. This is my second time reading this one.
Okay.
First time for this one.
Okay.
Yes.
This is my second reread.
Who knows how many times I've actually reread this series? A lot.
This is my first time as well. Okay.
Yay!
Awesome.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Shadow Kiss. Probably my favorite book. Probably my favorite book.
My favorite.
Probably.
Yeah, Shadow Kiss. So far, so of the 4 that we've read.
Yes.
So far, it's my favorite.
No?
No?
I mean, like, I want to say that it's my favorite, but the ending didn't have the emotional impact that it should have because I was spoiled.
We're awful friends. We spoiled Trisha, and we didn't mean to, and we felt so bad. So bad.
I should have known because I read this when it released. I should have known what the end was. So, like, it's partially my fault because I didn't remember.
No, girl, that was all on us. It's fine.
Yeah,
so,
no.
we're terrible.
I really liked it. I think, like, really helped me like this one more, that I think she's getting better within each book, like, is the recapping. Like, the recap killed me in Frostbite. Like, and I feel like she did a really good job of, like, weaving it in seamlessly to where it didn't feel like, I'm like, dude, I just read that. Like, come on.
I
like,
know. It's like 10
Yes.
pages of recap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's getting a lot better the farther we go on to intersperse that in. Like, we're still getting the recap, but it's not as bad.
Yeah. It's not like at the beginning of the book.
Yeah.
Okay, so 5 stars, obviously, for me.
5 stars.
4.5.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
still good.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The great, yes.
Yes.
5 stars.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay!
Okay. So, were you all surprised? Like, well, I know you just said that you weren't as, like, surprised.
Well, I wasn't emotionally connected because I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know when.
I honestly forgot that it happened in this book.
I did too.
I knew it happened in the entire series, but I was like getting to this and I was like, I wasn't ready. I forgot it was in this book.
I knew it was in Shadow Kiss. Like,
I really thought it was at the end because I was like,
I knew
everything wraps up. Like, I was like, it's gonna be the end, and then it's like that. The rest of the book, I'm like, meh, like the rest of the series. Like, this is where it goes down for me because like this is like the big dun thing.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah,
though,
it's like-
that it's like the big like twist because it's the end of the 3rd book and it's a 6-book series.
Right,
So
absolutely.
it
Yes.
happens right in the middle.
Okay, fair enough. I should have known. I was so surprised. Right. So when I remember first reading this book,
I died.
God, I was like in such a reading slump. I didn't read. I was like inhaling these, right? And I was obsessed. I read this one and I was like, no. And I wouldn't read it for months. And I was like,
no.
Trevor finished the series and was like, just, it gets better. And I'm like, no. I was like, I can't deal with any of this.
So wait, did you reread this? I think I've asked you this before, but when you read it for the first time, were they already all released?
I don't know if they were all, I think so. I think
Okay.
the first time I read it was in 2014. 4 years ago.
Okay.
So
I read them in high school. So imagine like having to wait a year for the next one. I like died.
I'd cry. I was so, I've never been this distraught over a character.
I was so distraught. Yeah. I was
And
like,
I'm talking like even Harry Potter. Like this killed me more than Harry Potter characters.
Haley says that this is her 3rd time reading and she cries every time.
oh,
Yes, it
yeah.
gets you because you're like, no. Ugh.
Yeah.
I could not deal.
No.
No.
Mm-mm. How do we like Rose? Oh, so confession, I watched the movie and then I kind of skim read the rest of the books. Question: is it explained why the vampires need to have guardians? Yes.
Sort of.
I mean, it's explained like in the 1st book, kind of.
So basically, they don't believe that. So the Strigoi, there's 3 types of the vampires. There's like the half human, half vampire, which are the Dhampir. Then we've got like the good vampires, the Moroi. Then the bad vampires, the Strigoi. So the Strigoi want Moroi blood in order to survive, because Moroi blood is like more powerful than like human blood. And but the Moroi don't think that, they don't like to use their magical abilities for protection. They think it should only be used as like making the world a better place.
To enrich the place.
Exactly. Yeah. And then also they physically are weaker. Like physically they're born with like less muscle and they're just not as strong. So that's why we have the Dhampirs who are physically born or are born with more muscle and they're like more physically capable of protecting
the hybrids.
Yes, protecting the Moroi, which is why the Moroi have guardians. If that makes any sense. Is that a good explanation?
Yes.
A quick summary?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean,
they address that.
Yeah. Because I remember when I was rereading it, I completely kind of forgot about that. And that was like one of my biggest thing in Frostbite. I was like, Lissa, come on. Like, you are a badass. Like, protect yourself. Stop being weak.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember you texted me and you'd be like, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, I was like, why doesn't she like do anything? And then I forgot. Like they just
they'll get to it.
Yeah,
just keep reading.
They just don't. They don't want to use their magic for bad.
Yeah. Or good.
Yeah.
But then like the whole thing in Shadow Kiss is like there's this group that's like, no, we're gonna start using our magic for like to protect ourselves, and then they like break down the wards. Like they're the sole reason is because they go about it the wrong way, and like they aren't being careful and smart in the way that they're trying to learn their magic.
And I mean, you see that like they start to have that rebellion, and I love that.
I do too.
Like,
and I'm just saying. They didn't need to break down the wards and do it in the wrong way if they would have been granted to do it the right way.
Yeah, so well, I mean, they didn't know it was going to happen.
Right.
Like,
oh, no. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, if the government wasn't being such an asshat and would have just let them do it, like, then they wouldn't have had to go through all this shit. Like,
absolutely. By the way, this is book 3 and this is book 4. So I don't know if you said you only watched the first movie. So
there's more than one movie.
Sorry, you only watched the movie and maybe skimmed the first book. Just in case you get spoiled.
Yes, no spoilers.
Well, we're gonna be diving
3 and 4.
Yeah, I just don't want you to be spoiled by accident if you haven't read them.
We're that Trisha. We don't want that to happen to literally anybody else.
Yeah. Do we like Rose?
How she's evolving.
I love Rose in Shadow Kiss. I really like her so much.
I think we kind of already talked about this. Okay.
But then, okay. So no worries. Okay, perfect.
Okay. So I've already kind of talked about this with them, that this is kind of bleeding into Blood Promise, is that I really liked, do I have a bookmark in there? Wow, I just got majorly distracted. Sorry. Yeah, I have a bookmark still in here. It's fine. In Blood Promise, I really like Rose's development in the first half, and then I didn't like the ending. And I remember, if y'all have watched my vlogs, you will see me saying, I don't know why I'm pretty sure this is my favorite book, and it's not. It's not my favorite book because we get to the end and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
But I really liked the Rose on her own trekking through, kind of like doing her greater purpose, and I think I'm in the minority of that.
I didn't like that.
I really
It drags
like
me
it.
down.
I like it because I feel like she spends so much time living for Lissa that she never really got the time to learn who she is as an individual. And then, like, you know, with Dimitri, like, she was living so much for other people. Like, she needed to take the time to grieve and find out who she is. And I really appreciated that.
No, I do. I felt like the first 300. I feel like it didn't merit a 500-page book.
Great.
I
Oh,
feel
yeah,
like-
yeah.
I
It
feel
could have
like
been
the-
shorter.
Yeah, I feel
probably
like
would've
the
been happy.
first 250 could have been sped up a little bit.
I feel like
No, you loved it. I know.
I feel like I would have been happy had it been like between 50 and 80 pages shorter. Like
100.
I think that Gabby's
I'm
just like
kidding.
axe. Take it out.
No, I agree. Okay, yeah, maybe 50 pages. Yeah, I think maybe
Just like a little
just
bit. There
cut
was
a
some.
little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little. Yeah. Like when she's no, you loved it all.
Give me all of Dimitri's family and Rose. I am living for all of that.
No, I love that part. It was before she got to Dimitri's. Like, you know, just like she goes to the clubs and then she
They didn't last for that long.
No, that doesn't last
Yeah, I
that
guess
long.
you're right.
I didn't think it was necessary for her to go to, like, when she's with what's her name?
They go eat.
Who's the girl? The
Sydney?
Sydney.
Yes.
When she's with Sydney and then they're like trying to, and like Sydney's like, yeah, I'll take you to the village and everything, and they spend the night at this place and then get attacked by Strigoi. Like, I didn't think that was necessary. Like, obviously you were close enough to the village.
I actually like that scene.
Yeah,
I hated that scene.
Well, because
It needs it because they
the
need
ghosts
the
come
development
out.
of their relationship because
Yeah.
literally this is starring Sydney.
Is it?
Yes,
It is.
it's all about Sydney and the
I didn't.
world.
Okay, now I see why it was there. Okay, I see. I haven't read Bloodlines, so I didn't know that was important. Okay, I retract my statement.
Y'all, I mean, it's not as good as this, but everybody needs to read Bloodlines because it's so good. Like, all of it. I just want all of this world 24/7.
It's a really.
Trisha's
good
like,
world.
I hate it.
No, I'm gonna read Bloodlines. I know I'm gonna like Bloodlines.
I want to.
Still, like, that scene just didn't make any sense to me because, like, they sent what's his name? Like, Sydney called for what's his name to come pick them up.
Mazur.
Yes.
Yeah.
Smay.
Smay. Yeah.
The snake.
Yeah. So they call for him to pick them up, and like, obviously they were close enough, like, to the village, like where
Yeah.
Dimitri's family lives. Like, why didn't they just continue on?
To find out.
You later?
Later on. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember.
I mean, I remember the twist that we find out, like, who Smay is.
Yeah, like we need to do the.
Oh, so we're going to
That's-
find out
we-
something else about why they stopped where they stopped and why they didn't just continue on into the village.
No,
where
but we
Dimitri's
needed like
family is.
an intro for a reason to have him in the book, and
That's
that's
true.
how we introduce.
She had to get
Oh.
attacked. Because in that scene, Rose gets attacked.
and
remember?
they needed Smay to come and like help
Say-
Sydney carry Rose and like
Yeah.
escort them into
Okay.
safety. Like that's how they introduced him into. She's
we have
fine.
Yeah, we-
so
we
many
need some- yeah.
comments. Okay, good.
I love
Right.
Rose. She becomes such a strong character. I read Blood Promise in 2 days in February 2014. When Oregon had Crazy Ice Storm, we lost power, so I had to read Using Candlelight. Yes.
Love
Yes,
that.
up here.
Sydney, I just want to read the final Bloodlines books.
Yes.
Mm.
Like they're so good.
Uh-huh.
It's so good. And so like
I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna read them.
there's so much stuff you
Mhm.
get in that like expand. Like you get this like there's a whole other section, but also like you see characters from these books in those books.
Yeah.
And you get to see more of their life. Older.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like, yeah, because Kara from Wild Book Garden was telling me, she's like, oh, you should read Bloodlines, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. And now
You
sold
need
me.
it.
You sold
You
me.
need
You
it.
sold me.
Yeah, I'm excited. Because I don't remember how the other 2 books end. I cannot remember anything past Blood Promise. I can't. I'm like
There's a reason for that.
I'm hitting a blank wall. Oh, it goes downhill.
In my opinion,
Well, I mean, like, we get an idea of what's going to happen because of what they discuss, because we meet another spirit user in the village where Dimitri's family is.
Theories are, I this is no spoilers because I truly don't remember, but we're under the impression that we're trying to turn Dimitri back to human.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what it seems like it's going to be.
Okay.
And Hannah's not saying anything.
Yeah, I don't remember. I do not. The last thing I remember is Rose receiving that letter. Like when I was doing
I'll
my
be coming
reread.
for you.
Yeah,
Thing.
yeah, which loved.
Yeah.
Such I know. I loved. Okay, so now Trisha, you were spoiled. It's been 4 years since I read Spiritbound.
Y'all might as well read it out loud, like loud.
Yeah.
Okay. So Haley says it's been 4 years since she read Spiritbound and The Last Sacrifice, but doesn't remember anything that happened, so it'll be like the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. Now, so we had accidentally spoiled Trisha in one of the comments because we were like, which one do you prefer? Dimitri human or Dimitri or Dhampir Dimitri or Strigoi Dimitri? Do we want to go into that?
Now you can answer that.
I think I honestly prefer him as a Dhampir.
Same.
Strigoi.
No, here's my thing. He's very sexy as a Strigoi.
I know.
Really? He's sexy as a Strigoi.
Got that?
But
I got like creepy pedophile. Like that's what I felt like. I was just like, it felt so dirty.
It did.
Like not in a good way. Like, dirty can be good. This was like
filthy.
Yes,
filthy.
yes,
Like disgusting.
Yes.
I get that. I get him being sexy because he's so much stronger and like he's got that.
He's more like forceful. Not forceful. That's a bad word. That's kind of like
powerful. He's more of a go getter because he's going after powerful. Trisha is 12 years old.
Yeah, he's more like So he's like very like what was it that you called him? How he acts, like greater than life. He's very like he analyzes everything when he's like Dhampir. Like he just always wants to do the right thing.
He's very noble, and he has a weird morality, like where he's just like he's got to stick to his moral compass,
right? Which I mean is completely gone with.
That's why I don't like him as a Strigoi. Yeah. It's because you're completely changing the entire premise of Dimitri. Like his whole moral fiber is that he wants to do right by it, and that's what is his driving force, and that's what's driving him as character. As soon as he turns to Strigoi, he loses all of that, and I was like, he's flimsy in a paper now. He's not well-rounded.
So can we like discuss something that there was a thought that I had at a certain point,
intrigue,
where when Rose and Dimitri are fighting on the bridge.
Oh, I love that scene.
And like she has been trying to get him to say that
I love you.
I love you. I
instead of I want you.
Me. She wants the other version of I want you or I need you or whatever.
What does he say? I want you or I need you?
He says I want you.
Yeah.
But it's like
a possession.
A possession thing, not a love I want you.
Right.
And she's been trying so hard to get him to say this.
He's like, that's all I had to say.
And then so like this fight on the bridge happens and he says, I was supposed to say that. Like she says, I love you. Or something like that.
And it clicks for him.
It clicks for him, and he says, I was supposed to say that. Do you think that he knew he was supposed to say that the entire time?
Yeah, okay, so we have to remember he has turned Strigoi, so a lot of his, like, he's turned.
His motivating desires are different.
Yeah, he's definitely turned, so there's still a part of him in there, but there's also a part of him that's not in there.
Not necessarily that he wanted to say it, that it was true that he loved her.
Like he didn't understand that that's what she needed to hear. Is that what you're trying to get at?
Like maybe he knew that that's what she was wanting and he wouldn't say it because he doesn't feel that way about her anymore.
Interesting.
But in that like
I think
premise,
he loves her. I think he loves her.
In that premise, if he didn't love her but knew that that's what she wanted to say, I think if he didn't love her, he wouldn't feel bad about leading her to get what he
manipulating
wanted.
her, saying it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think that ever occurred to him because he's thinking, I'm only thinking about what I wanted. I would want that power. That's what should be also motivating to you. My love shouldn't be motivating to you because your love doesn't motivate me.
Okay.
And so that's where I think he's like, well, we're getting real deep about the psychology of vampires here. But I think that's where he's pulling it is, oh, I was supposed to say that. Like, that's what would have motivated you. I think it would have clicked that if he would have thought about what she would have actually wanted and not what he has been wanting to go after, he would have said it and not been remorseful.
Because doesn't he say that's what I was supposed to say?
Yeah.
That's literally what he says.
So
that's all I was supposed to say.
Yeah.
I think I was supposed to say that. I think those are the words that he used.
I'll find it.
Yeah. So here's why I was having this thought is like, I just like, it hurts so much to see Dimitri as a Strigoi because it isn't in his nature and
it's what he didn't want. Like that was his main thing.
Exactly. And he didn't want it. He would rather have died than stay Strigoi.
I took it as a question.
Oh.
That's what I was supposed, like, as in, like, is that what you wanted to hear?
Oh, but it's a dot.
Like, that's what I was supposed to say. Like, I took it as, like, he dawned on, like, oh, that's what I was supposed to say.
I got it as a question, like, is that all you wanted to hear? Like, because I could have said, I love you, not I want you. Like, you know, like, is that what you were thinking?
His human side was showing through there.
Was that all I needed to say for you to turn with me?
Yeah,
that's how I took it.
I was getting it in a completely different way because of the fact that it was so against his nature. I was hoping that there was something still deep down inside of him fighting the Strigoi nature. His Dhampir side was trying to fight it. And so that he was not saying it on purpose because he wanted her to have an out.
Her trigger.
Yeah, it would trigger. And then when she said, I love you, and she was the one to say it, she never said it any other time. And when she said it, he knew that that's what she wanted to hear this whole time. And it was his way of saying, I love you.
Yeah.
Like, that's his way, is like, I love you enough that I'm not going to say it because I want to save you.
That's how I took it.
And yours is so much more romantic than what I took it.
I know.
I really just I was really hoping that there was something still in him that would have fought against the Strigoi nature.
We still have 2 more books.
Yeah.
Who possibly?
Hannah's just not saying anything.
No. In a perfect world, Dimitri turns back to Dhampir.
Okay.
And Rose and Dimitri live happily ever after.
Yeah. And Haley says that she prefers Dimitri as a Dhampir for sure. He's creepy as a Strigoi. Yep. And we got another Dhampir. Yep.
Katie says, I am with Gabby.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now that I hear you talk about it, I'm just like, I'm remembering Dimitri and Shadow Kiss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, Dimitri and Shadow Kiss is amazing. The cabin scene.
Oh, yeah.
I love that scene.
Yes.
I love that scene so much. I don't know. It's like a good scene. Yeah. It's not, it was meant to be in the book, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it fit well.
Yeah. It wasn't just like smut.
Throw it in there.
Yeah.
But as soon as it hit, as soon as it started happening, I was like,
shit's gonna hit the fan.
Oh no. We're going downhill.
Yeah.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
This is too good to be true.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Because there's no way we can have 3 more books of bliss.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
Absolutely not. Mm-mm. Oh, what an intense ending.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian.
Oh, poor little Bean. Oh my gosh, poor little
Adrian. Reading that scene and knowing what's going to happen, I was an emotional mess. Yes.
So Adrian, like, it's just so sad.
He's
Like,
one of my favorite characters.
I love him, and like, if Dimitri wasn't so perfect for Rose, I would just love for Rose just to give him a chance.
Yeah.
Like,
I
my poor
love
little
Adrian.
bean.
Oh my god, your face. No. Okay, would y'all?
Rose would ruin Adrian, okay? Like,
He would
Adrian.
ruin her just as much.
No, she's what I don't get me wrong. I love Rose, but she's too much of a bitch, and he's too sensitive.
I
Like,
love Adrian.
He could not handle her. She needs someone who's gonna put him in check, and Adrian would be like, "I'll do anything for you," and she'd be like, "I don't care. Like, I'm gonna be over here."
Yeah.
And he'll be like, "I love you." Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really? I don't get that from her. I was getting that, like,
She let him on.
Yeah.
She already has been like,
but she knew that it was bad. Like, she
and she
had
still
a
did it.
pro-
That makes
but
it
she
worse.
but she still did it. But she had a problem with it. If she didn't have a problem with it, then I could see her ruining him.
Yeah.
But she was saying, like, I have to do this, and I don't want to.
I still
know.
think she would ruin him.
I agree. Like, only because her heart isn't in it.
Yes.
That's the only reason why.
But her
Like-
heart's not in it because she was there, like, 100% for Dimitri. And now
Right.
that he's not in the picture, like, it would be nice for her just to give him a chance, just to see, just to go on a date to see if there is any possibility.
Just to see, yeah.
Like, you don't have to stay with him. Just give it like one date.
Right. So Haley says, I didn't like Adrian at first. And then someone says, I love Adrian and his character growth in Blood Promise made me fall for him even more. I know. Like, I had completely forgotten the ending of Blood Promise. Like, Avery, I had no idea. I completely forgot.
I like that little add-in that she was like could get in Lissa's head and like kick Rose out. I like that part.
Completely forgot. I had no at first, like when I was rereading it, and this is what I must have thought the first time. I thought it was Lissa learning to
Control and block.
Yes, and I thought maybe she was feeling something and she was blocking it because she didn't know that maybe Rose was like checking in on her. You know,
Yeah.
She had no idea.
Yeah.
But that ending with like the scene with like, you know, being in their head, and then the fact that her brother and then her guardian are like
Also shadow kiss.
That scene was so good.
Can we
Adrian with the black eye?
Yes. Can we also talk about like, I mean, smidgen convenience that like they've never heard of spirit besides Carp, and now all of these spirit people are coming out of the woodworks, and we're like
a little bit, yeah.
It's a little convenient.
I don't necessarily think it's that convenient because, like, how old was Lissa when her family died?
15?
No, it was earlier than that.
Yeah, I think it was earlier
because they ran away when they were 15 and they were gone for 2 years.
So like 13 then, right?
Yeah, something like that. Like she was like
maybe 14,
maybe 12 because
no, they were in school.
I know, but they didn't.
Yeah,
they didn't. Like she would have gotten. They would have gotten a car accident and then went to school for 2 years, and her dealing with all of that stuff, and that's why they ran away, is because she was dealing with all of that aftermath.
Okay.
Yeah, so somewhere around like 13-ish.
But they were drinking and going to parties because Rose was having flashbacks of like Rose being like drunk, and both of them being drunk.
But flashbacks,
and her brother was there. Her brother was there at the parties.
I mean, kids drink any age.
That's true. That's true.
So
I don't remember.
I don't think that it's like that convenient that we're finding out about these other spirit users, because like you think about the couple in Blood Promise that we learn about, like they live out in like a Dompier village.
Yeah.
Like they don't live with the Moroi society. So obviously they've secluded themselves so much that people like aren't really going to know what's going on with them.
Yeah.
And then like because of the fact that Lissa's family died when she was so young, she's pretty like sheltered from Moroi society.
Yeah. I guess I could see where like, I mean, if this is what you're trying to get at, it's a little convenient that the villain is like, oh, it's a spirit user.
That's, I mean, we've got Adrian, we've got Lissa, we've got Avery, and we've got those, like, the fact that anybody even knows about these other people way out here, that's also, plus we have Miss Carp.
Right.
And we have Vladimir.
Right.
Vladimir and Anna. And so I was like, how do we not have more information on these if there's this many people already? Like all of a sudden we have all these people now.
Yeah, we should have had more like.
It should have been a specialization in the school system. Like if there was this many people,
You're right.
it should have been brought up a little like sooner than Lissa.
But you have to think about like the age demographic of each of these people. They were so far apart in years that the connection may not have been made, especially since Avery seemed like she specialized in wind.
Right. She was like faking it.
Yeah. So she was able to hide it by making it look like she specialized in something else. And so we had
I wish we would have gotten a little bit more backstory on Avery about how she learned how to use her powers.
Yeah.
Do we get more?
No.
Avery's dead.
So that part
and
is
like
what
her
kind of
motive
kills me.
was, right?
Yeah.
We have no idea why she's being what she's being.
Well, she wanted
more power because she wanted to soak it up.
Oh, okay.
But like, how does she know how to do that? Like, they literally heard Rose and Lissa ran away because they had no idea what the hell was going on. They just were like, this is the symptoms.
Right.
So like, how did Avery figure it out and sire people? And
did her and her brother have an accident and she healed him? Like basically what happened, and then they figured
so.
it out.
Yeah.
And then she purposefully turned her guardian.
Yeah, but like, how did you know that was what? How did you make all of those connections without talking to anybody or having that be more known?
Right, that's true because Rose does so much research.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the fact that you're connecting now to Lissa, to another spirit user when this is supposed to be all new. Like, how did you know that you're going to find spirit users? You know?
Yeah. Two of my siblings' names are in the book, Avery and Anna.
Nice.
Okay, so someone else saying, I don't think it was convenient. I just think more people came forth when more people started to hear about Lissa. Yeah. But I agree with like, how did Avery have such high abilities?
And knowledge about her own powers.
Right, when it's like, no one knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, she pushed people out of other people's heads. You had to have practice with that.
For sure.
But then you think about it this way is like each person that we've met who wields spirit has a different thing that they're strong
Maybe
at.
she can just go like just like Adrian can walk in dreams just naturally.
She naturally can manipulate people's brains.
Yeah,
like,
just like it's probably
compulsion.
her compulsion version. She can just like go into people's minds.
I guess that's a good point.
Maybe it's like if she thinks it hard enough, she can like make them do what
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And also if you like,
but you're right, it wasn't addressed. Like I wish maybe we would have gotten more.
Just a smidgen of Avery's backstory.
Yeah.
There was one thing that like super bothered me and like I found like how annoying was when Avery came with her father to the school and he was like, oh, like, why didn't you go show my daughter around the school so she can learn where everything is? Didn't we just establish like she graduated from this
right
school? Like she went to school here like and graduated like 2 years prior.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
And then like half a page later, it was like, can you show her around the school?
I
show her where
missed
things
that.
are. And I'm
I
like,
tried to like set that up.
I thought she went to a different school.
No, she went to that school.
Oh my god, I missed that. Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah.
And then Lissa being a little petty.
Can we also talk about like maybe if they didn't go to that school, did it actually say that she went to that school? Because if she did, wouldn't Miss Carp be also freaking the F out about Avery?
Yeah.
Because Miss Carp recognized Lissa right away.
I don't think she went to that school.
I think she did. I don't know that Miss Carp had been there that whole time.
Well, it was only 2 years beforehand, and they were saying like Miss Carp had been with us for like 8 years or something in one of the other books.
Do y'all know?
I don't think it was convenient. Oh yeah.
When do we meet Avery?
This book.
No,
Well, I don't know
like
like chapter though. I thought she went to a different school. Yeah.
Do we like Christian while we're trying to?
I love Christian.
We want
He's
to
a
talk
little
about Christian.
nugget.
Yeah.
I love him. He's like my little moody baby. That like wants to be a bad boy, but he like is not.
I love Christian.
He's not bad enough to be bad.
Do we still ship Lissa and Christian?
Yes. Why is that a question?
Yes. I mean, I do. I didn't know if some people were like, because like, I mean, granted, I mean, Lissa was being compelled to do all this stuff, and she didn't even know it, you know. So
How
we
do you
can't-
also not tell the compulsion? Like, you wield the compulsion. You
Well,
should know what it like. You know
but-
what I mean? Like, it's I think if you are that good at compulsion, you shouldn't be able to be that swayed at compulsion. And I get that Avery is like has those hyper powers of the really possible compulsion, but so does Lisha. She's more than everybody else.
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna find it.
Who would y'all ship Adrian with? If it wasn't Rose. Because that's not a thing.
We don't have enough female characters. We have Rose and Lissa, and
I mean,
Oh.
who's saying he's straight?
Very true.
Oh.
Very true.
oh, you're right. You're
I
right.
mean, like
I mean-
Adrian to me is a very bi or pan.
I could
Yeah.
see that.
but
however-
but he's into Rose. But you're right. That doesn't. That doesn't mean
I've read
anything.
these ones though.
So we know he is straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 But I do like that idea.
I mean, that's not a
yeah.
spoiler. Oh my God, what is her name? She's in the first one. She does water. Mia. If Mia.
Oh
No,
no.
no.
Mia's too like no.
No. Okay.
I don't think we can really ship him with anybody. He's just a lover that just needs to be shipped with someone though. Like he needs a little half.
Yeah, I love. I'll ship him with me.
Everybody read bloodlines.
Okay, I found the scene. Let me just read it real quick. Skim it.
Because he gets a ship in bloodlines. That's a small spoiler.
Sydney?
I'm just saying there's a ton of new characters that gets
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
not Well, I don't.
No,
I don't know.
Sydney
No.
has like too much of an aversion to.
No.
I mean, Hannah's just like, I'm gonna drink my soda.
I mean, I believe Sydney can have a lot of development.
I'm just
so-
saying read bloodlines. We're not going
Okay.
to discuss this. Everyone needs to read the series. If y'all like Adrian,
Okay,
he's one of the main characters in bloodlines.
Did you find it?
we just found it.
What page?
55.
Okay. Dang, I wasn't there. I was in the second scene
Yeah.
with Avery.
What do you guys think, like, Lissa's future holds? Like, with the queen trying to groom her and whatnot.
She graduated last year, but will be assisting me in my duties.
But it doesn't say where she graduated.
Yeah, she just graduated. Yeah,
Mm,
because he's gonna be the new head.
I just took that to mean that she graduated from here.
No, because I think they have an accent. I think they're like
Oh.
they're from the court.
There's a gray area there.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Because I thought that it meant like she graduated from here. But that would make more sense if she graduated from
Mm.
somewhere else.
Yeah. There's multiple schools.
There's
Yeah.
less plot holes if there's.
She graduated somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What was your question? I'm so sorry. Something about Rose.
I have no idea.
Somebody remind us what she asked.
Yeah, Hannah just asked a question.
I was so
She
zoned
was
in on the
like,
book trying to
what do
find
you think
that.
about like
Well, Lissa's potential, like with the queen grooming her.
oh, okay. Like what do you mean?
Like, where do you think Lissa's storyline's gonna go?
Oh, like theories?
Mhm.
I think she's gonna rebel.
To what?
Like I don't think like I can see like Queen Tatiana like losing her place and Lissa taking over. Like I don't think Lissa's going to like follow Tatiana like what she wants to do. Like she's gonna
Not gonna be a puppet.
Oh no,
I
she's gonna rebel.
I don't think she's gonna rebel super outwardly though. Like she's gonna rebel enough like to get people to get the other Moroi to learn their
I
magic
think she's
for fighting.
Yeah.
But I think the rest of hers is gonna be like really backhanded and it's gonna be like really sneaky, like how she's gonna
sly.
rebel.
I think she's
Yeah.
gonna be sly about it.
She's a Slytherin. Like
Oh.
there's
Lissa?
yes.
No.
Yes. she's so sneaky.
I mean,
about
maybe
everything.
because she does the compulsion and she's a little evil over there with that.
I mean, like, we're not all evil.
I know.
I just
She's a
Hufflepuff.
See, I think she's a Hufflepuff too with how much she like
I was gonna
loves animals and plants and can't tent.
I was gonna
have
say
anybody-
Hufflepuff. I was gonna say Hufflepuff too.
But I can see she's
But
a
I
little
feel like
Slytherin.
it's like her ambition, and like I feel like now that she's found
Yeah.
something, like
Yeah,
she's
fair
gonna
enough.
fight.
but she's
for
not
it.
like power hungry. She like it's like she's
I
fighting
don't
for
think-
something good.
But you can fight for something good and do it in a really ambitious and cunning way.
Correct. What houses do you think the other characters are in?
Can we just agree that Lissa is probably like a Slitherpuff?
She's probably somewhere in the
A
middle.
Slitherpuff.
But
Okay,
like
we'll
I
do that.
don't see her being in the other two
No.
houses.
No, I don't
Yeah.
either.
Rose is Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so reckless and just like jumps in sometimes without really thinking.
Fair
about
enough.
it.
Fair enough. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
probably Gryffindor.
Yeah.
Dimitri is obviously Gryffindor.
Yes,
Yep.
100%.
To a fault.
Adrian has gotta be a-
Ravenclaw?
No.
No?
No. You really think he's gonna sit in like libraries and
Nah.
I he think he's a
Okay.
Hufflepuff. Adrian?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think he is?
Just like.
But Luna.
He's not studious enough to. Yeah, but Luna questions things.
That's
Adrian
true.
doesn't.
I thought he did a little bit.
No.
No.
He doesn't.
But he's
care
very
enough.
observant, and he.
That's not Hufflepuffs are not smart.
No.
So, it's just like he doesn't. To me, Ravenclaws go after knowledge so that they can accumulate knowledge. Like
Yeah.
other houses, like accumulate knowledge. Like Slytherins accumulate knowledge so that they can then use it for certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because they want to be the smartest.
Okay. So
Hufflepuffs are particularly good friends. Finders. Friends?
Finders.
Good God, I got any glasses.
Um,
I have contacts in, that's the sad part.
okay, I can see Adrian and Hufflepuff.
I can
but we
kinda
can
see
agree
that.
not Slytherin or Gryffindor.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Next is
I don't know, he's a little reckless. He could be like part Gryffindor.
A Huffledore.
Yeah.
okay.
Or a Gryffindor. What is it?
It depends on which you're dominant in.
Oh,
Okay.
probably a Huffledore.
Yeah, Huffledore.
Yeah. We're missing a character.
Christian.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gotta be a Slytherin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although he doesn't want power though. That's the only thing.
I don't want power, and I'm like Slytherin to a
But
T.
he does a lot of reading though and research. So
But
does
he's
he?
But he's using it for a certain means. Like he
That's
doesn't
himself,
research
though.
just for the sake of research.
He's kind of to himself though. I think he's a Ravenclaw.
I think he's more Slytherin than Ravenclaw.
Can we say Slitherclaw?
You could say Slytherin. I'm gonna say Slytherin.
Wait, who? Okay, so who
Ravenclaw.
are you guys? So Haley, you're a Griffin Puff, and then we've got Ravenclaw. Is that your house, or what you
do you
think?
think a character?
A
is supposed to
character.
be? Who else do we have? We have Adrian, Lissa. Obviously, Sydney would be Ravenclaw.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Then if Sydney's Ravenclaw, then I'm putting Christian in Slytherin.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What about like Eddie?
Hufflepuff.
Honestly,
But
like
he's
he
so,
was
like,
he
Gryffindor.
Was, he was
Gryffindor.
really
Yeah.
reckless. Yeah.
Gryffindor. He's
Okay, Christian for Ravenclaw is what they say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Eddie is a Gryffindor, but he's like Seamus.
Yeah, I can see that.
Who else are we missing?
What about Mia?
Ravenclaw.
I think Hufflepuff.
Can we talk about? Hold on. Can we talk about how like you're a Hufflepuff and you're like advocating for
Everybody's in my
house. You're a Ravenclaw and everybody's in your house. And I'm a Slytherin and everybody's in my house.
Yes.
We see those traits as
Yeah.
like really dominating in these
I'm thinking like,
characters.
is Mia like me? You know?
Okay,
She's
so
not really.
what?
I don't know.
What do you think would make her a Ravenclaw? What does she do?
I have no idea.
I kind of
think she'd make a. I really don't know.
I guess she wants to fight. She wants to use her powers. She wants to fight. And like when she takes on Jill, she's like, "Oh yeah, let me show her. Like I want to like show her everything
Yeah.
and stuff, and like have her be like inclusive." And
That's true. Okay.
I can also see her be a Gryffindor though too.
See, but I see her as a Slytherin from how the way that she acted in the first book.
But I think her personality has completely changed from
Yeah.
the first book to the
Oh,
rest of the
100%.
series.
100%.
I think first book total Slytherin.
Yeah.
Because she was just power hungry there.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I think probably
I see her as a
a Gryffindor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
What
I
about
don't-
Jill?
Ooh, Jill. Mm.
I'm gonna again say Hufflepuff because she's a sweet little bee.
I'm gonna say Hufflepuff for Jill. I am. I agree.
And she like wants to fight, but she's also like still timid.
No, I agree.
Mm.
100%.
Haley says Jill's a Hufflepuff.
How nerdy are we that we all
And
know
then-
what else is that? Right? That's like the best part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Haley agreed that Mia as a Gryffindor.
Yeah.
I could see that too.
Yeah.
They're just complex characters.
They are.
Yeah.
They've got different facets, which makes them well written if they're harder to diagnose.
Embrace our nerdiness.
Yes.
Does anyone else have anything? We're not missing any characters, right? Christian's aunt is totally Gryffindor.
Oh yeah. I totally see that. I see her as like a Gryffindor, maybe with some Slytherin qualities, but she's probably how would you?
She's such a mixture because she's so smart and she dives into like how things would intricately work in the government and how to implement that. And she's done her research, and I think a little bit of Ravenclaw in that.
Well, or
I think-
Hermione.
True.
But I think her dominating personality is like the
I think it's-
dominating traits are Gryffindor for her.
I think her bravery is Gryffindor, but I think her cunning and being able to get her
Her slyness.
well, it's like not even slyness. It's just like she knows how to work people and to get her point across
Yeah.
Yeah.
the way that she
It's a little
wants
bit of
her
Ravenclaw.
agenda. No, I think it's Slytherin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like her being able to persuade people and work her own agenda, her drivenness.
Hey, just tuning in. What are you guys talking about? So right now we're doing a review on Blood Promise and Shadow Kiss.
Yes.
I've got that.
And right now we are putting all of the people in houses, in Hogwarts houses. Because that this turned a little off the tracks. But
Yeah.
right.
What do you guys, just to like kind of like throw us back into the discussion of the books and like the plot and where things might go, and Hannah knows and we don't, and what do you guys feel about this revelation of the possibility that Lissa can heal the darkness inside Rose?
I love that aspect. Like that's one of those things like in this book that is so complex. Like just how like it's a balance. Like she can't use spirit and like yeah, like if one person doesn't take the blunt of it, then the other person does. And then like
She can't
figuring
heal
out-
herself, but she can heal it once it's outside of herself type thing.
yeah. I mean I'm really intrigued to hear more about that.
What's your thoughts on it? before I say anything.
Well, I think that it's plausible. I don't know how I like the convenience factor
Yes.
of it. I think it is plausible though, because if you think about like depression as a mental illness, where a lot of the times you can take some sort of medication to help you balance yourself,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like that. Like you're taking a medication to balance, correct
Hormone
the
imbalance.
imbalances.
Yeah.
And isn't that kind of what Lissa would then do?
Yeah, because they don't say it's a complete fix, which is why I don't think it's necessarily that convenient. Like, I see why you think it might be convenient, but it's not 100% convenient because it's like, this isn't a fix.
Mhm.
They say this is temporary.
Yeah.
And
just
over
like with-
time, the ring will wear off. It just helps with some of the pain and like some of like.
It dampens.
Exactly. It's not like a complete like, oh, here, I can heal you.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
let me
That's
give you a
it.
lobotomy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Okay, so someone says, "Oh, thanks. I am most likely going to have to sign off. I'm still reading Frostbite." Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys recommend reading the books in actual book or ebook or listening? Larry doesn't have the first 3 books on audio, so I will have to buy Shadow Kiss if I should listen to it. I honestly, like, I love the audiobooks on these.
I do too.
I haven't
I
listened to it.
flew through this. So I drove to Central California and listened to this on my drive to Central California. And it was like I was able to listen to it the entire drive there in one go.
Okay.
And like, I mean, I listened to it on a little bit faster speed than
Right.
just regular, but like I like the way that I like the narrator they chose like a whole lot.
Yeah.
So I really like the audiobooks on these.
Forewarning though, Lissa in the first book, real annoying on the audiobook because she's super high pitched, but they correct that for the rest of the series. So I will say that. But I'm also going to always advocate physical copy because this is how I originally read them.
Yeah. I read the physical copy, and Blood Promise took me a little bit longer, but that's just because I went into a reading slump in April, and that had nothing to do with Blood Promise itself. That was just fully me. But I read Shadow Kiss in 2 days, like fully.
So good.
I read it straight through. How long would you say Shadow Kiss is listening to it?
I think it's less than 12 hours if you listen to it on regular speed. I think it's like an 11-hour audiobook.
That's not bad.
And I was able to finish it in about 9.5.
So depending on how I can listen to 12 hours. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I can listen to audiobooks at double speed and like get everything.
Yeah.
I prefer mine at 1.5 speed, but I can listen to it at 2 speed. the cadence is a little too off for me for 2.
Yeah.
Sometimes if it gets really intense, I'll slow it down a little bit. But I usually listen to my audiobooks at 2 speeds.
I prefer 1.75.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So someone says, I read Shadow Kiss in just over 24 hours. It's okay. Wait, no. I worked all day, but had to finish it that night because I was so hooked.
Yeah.
Yes,
That makes more sense.
so good.
Yeah. Shadow. We agreed Shadow Kiss was our favorite so far of the 4, right? No, I don't think y'all answered. I said it was my favorite of the 4 so far.
Of the 4 so far, yes.
Okay.
That's really hard to answer because like, yes, like I love that this one is much more fast paced and like, and I love that we get Dimitri better and we get the pivotal moment here. But I love the expansion that the world got here. And like, yes, it was slower, but I loved the beautifully crafted scenes with Dimitri's family and like Rose trying to take care of Dimitri's younger sister when she was being taken into the blood horde. Like, I love all of those little touches.
Shadow Kiss is my favorite so far. Yeah.
So I really like Blood Promise for those reasons as well. Is this is really like a pivotal part in the entire series, is because it's not just a story about vampires in school. We get to see it so much more depth and well rounded out, and we get to see so much better.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love.
Sorry, my computer just randomly does that.
I love that we get to see like also like how in other cultures, like we got to see like the vampire And I love how they kind of like, so the whole blood whore thing, like how it's just, she has a different thought about it. Like when we're introduced to it, you know, at the beginning of Vampire Academy, like
She immediately writes it off.
Yeah, women who don't want to be like Dompiers, who don't want to be guardians, are like, you know, and want to have kids. That's like super frowned upon, and now you get to see that expansion.
Alice Cullen 0890 said that she's probably gonna have to sign off because she hasn't these books yet. But as far as how often we are live, we're
gonna wrap it up in about 6 minutes here.
Yeah, 6 minutes. But like we did these 2 for April, and then we did the first 2 for March. So for May we are doing book 5 and book 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is one that we do just.
Yeah. Or did you mean like in general, like monthly? We're like, so is that what you meant? Like how often are we live? Like in general?
We're once a month. We're doing these 2 books. We usually do it about an hour piece.
Yeah. And we always have like one book that we choose
for like the regular book club.
Whenever you guys
stream about books.
Oh, okay.
Once a month, we switch every other channel. Go join our Goodreads page to find out when we do all of our stuff. It's cool, Alice Cullen. You got an awesome name.
Yeah, love it. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yes, I actually judged the series for the awful covers during the Twilight Vampire crop.
Oh,
yes, definitely, because these are terrible covers.
I know, we were talking about that. We were like, and then even Bloodlines. We're like,
Bloodlines is god awful.
We were like, poor Rochelle Mead.
But
My God.
Also not poor Rochelle Mead, because the rest of her, like her Glittering Court books, all terrible. The Soundless covers are also terrible. I just think she picked bad book covers.
No, she doesn't get to pick them.
Authors don't pick.
Authors don't get any say in their book covers. No, they do not.
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
It depends on who they are, because I think Sarah J. Maas had she had say in her covers.
She did?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It must be your contract.
Yeah.
Because
I thought they had no say.
most of the time they don't. You don't get any say.
I don't know. I could be wrong. Huge faces on the covers is the worst.
Yes, absolutely.
Granted, the faces
They're still there.
They're still there,
Yeah.
but they're in the background.
So
like
it's a little
we
bit
originally
better.
had like faces on there,
Yeah.
like the bloodline.
And do you know? And what drove me insane was the fact that the faces were different.
Like
I don't know.
different
Yes,
I don't
it
know if it
was.
was supposed to be like one is Rose, one is Lissa, but like we've got 6 books and we have 6 girls, 6 different girls.
Be like, who is this supposed to be?
But we don't have 6 female characters, so
Yeah.
Stop to hear how to say for the new covers. Yeah, I remember the Ashes series.
that's
yes.
right, because she wanted a diversity on her cover.
Yes.
You're right.
This live show is gonna be so weird with all of us just like leaning
I
forward.
know. It's like, hello.
I think I had When I Want to Say Lissa was in red cover, and that's what made me want to read it.
The first one, Vampire Academy.
Yeah. Is that Lissa or Rose?
I thought it was Rose.
I
because
thought it
she
was
brunette.
Rose. I thought it was Rose too.
I don't know.
But
I thought Lissa was Frostbite because it's blonde hair, blue eyes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that they like
Either
altered
way.
them just enough to where they're not like terrible anymore.
Yeah.
Like they're still bad, but they're not like
Like, can we just talk about Shadow Kiss? How creepy that face
Yeah.
is on there. Like, look past the Vampire Academy. That's creepy.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. Last Sacrifice isn't great either.
All of them are bad.
No, they're all
Yeah.
It's okay. The series is great.
Yes, never
series
judge a
is
book by its cover
fantastic.
because you would never have met Dimitri.
The more I think about it, the more I prefer Dimitri and Shadow Kiss. So I prefer Dimitri and Shadow Kiss, then Dimitri and Blood Promise, then Dimitri and Vampire Academy and Frostbite. That's my order.
Of rankings or just of Dimitri?
Of Dimitri's and rankings.
Okay.
Blonde hair.
Yes, we've seen the movie. Well, have you actually seen the movie?
yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah.
own that.
Yeah.
Seen the movie. Disappointed that they kind of made a parody out of it. But it's no, I wanted a good one that like is like will do it justice. And they were like, this is the only way this is gonna sell is if we make it funny like Mean Girls.
They could have made so much money.
Oh yeah.
Like, and then there's Bloodlines. Like I don't know.
Oh, they could have made bank.
Yeah,
going
but
into,
they
like,
ruined
the
the first
big
one.
franchise. Yeah.
But it's like a good guilty pleasure.
It's
really
like good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like that guilty of a pleasure.
Yes, at least it's not as bad as the Percy Jackson movie.
No,
Percy Jackson movie is
it's
pretty bad. Yeah.
But I mean, I
would totally watch TV shows. Yes.
Oh, if this was adapted to a TV, oh, it'd be so good.
Oh, see, but I
Yeah.
would be afraid that they do like something like with
Make it like a Sabrina the Teenage Witch where you get to see like them using their powers and things different. Like,
but like I'd be afraid of
I'd
it
be
turning
into
into like a Vampire Diaries thing where they
It
like
would. That would be
skewed
too
so
many.
far away from the books.
that series.
I mean,
Me
like
too.
I like the TV show, but after a while, I'm like, could you please just cancel the show? This is taking too
It's
long.
over. It's done.
I mean,
I know,
yeah.
but it took too long. They should have canceled it 2 seasons earlier.
Yeah, when Elena
Yeah.
actually left.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm still salty about it.
Okay.
Yes. So that is all for our Shadow Kiss and Blood Promise. Thank you all for tuning in, and stay tuned for next month. We talked about on our Muggle Studies book club that our Aquafast is going to be our actual book, and we also have the last 2 in the series. So we have Spirit Bound. I think Last Sacrifice is the last one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for these. This is going to be a fun ride. Make sure you are a part of our Goodreads page so we can talk about all of it in spoilery goodness. And we will see you guys next month on Gabby's channel.
Which we don't have a date yet, but I think we're thinking first Saturday of June.
Yes, we'll let you know on the Goodreads page.
You girls are you planning on vlogging this party?
Yeah, we have a little bit.
Yeah. So stay tuned for some collab videos.
Yes. There's quite a few coming for you
Yes,
guys.
yes. All right, guys.
Bye.